Yes, good morning, everyone. Sir, in the last class, we had a discussion about F strings, how to use the F string. In F string, how to call the functions, expressions, those six are completed. ఇంకా new features. Yesterday notes not uploaded. It's about data classes. What is this data classes? What is the advantage of data classes means it is introduced in Python 3.7 version. It is available. 557 it is came. PEP 567 they are introduced to data classes, sir. Sir, generally Python is a which type of language? Means it is just like all rounder. POP means ఏంటంతా లాస్ట్ చేయరా వెళ్ళి ఓహో లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ అని లాస్ట్కి వెళ్ళారా? పిఓపి మీన్స్ ఎక్కడ లేని మాయిదారి సంతంతి ఈ క్లాస్ నుంచి తగిలింది నాకు. ఇన్నేళ్లలో ఎక్కడ చూడలే నేను. వాట్ ఈస్ పిఓపి? ప్రొసీజర్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్, object oriented programming, scripting language, and modular programming language. It can be supported. Sir, for example, you know how to create the class, how to declare the constructor, how to create object, those things you know. See this one sample example. Test.py. Sir, here take a class. The class name is employee. Here, how to declare constructor underscore init. Instead, I go with first argument self. This employee class contain employee number, employee name, employee salary, employee address. So how to initialize these four values, you know, by using the self. Self dot employee number equal to employee number. Self dot employee name equals to employee name. Self dot employee salary equal to employee salary. Self dot employee address equal to employee address. Minus padindi. So that is the class. That is the constructor. Create object employee. Inside 100 the employee name, employee salary, employee address. Now he is there. Now if I want to access the values, so how to access the values? By using the reference variable e.e number, e.e name, e.e salary, e.e address. Like that we have to access number, name, salary, address. So here in this program, if I go through this, Sir, in this program, explanation is not required because already you know class, constructor, creation of object and printing the values. Just I have to run the program. It will be displayed all the values, number, name, salary, and address. For example, whatever instance variables are there, I want to display, then I can go to this. There is one magic variable is there, underscore, underscore, dict. It will be displayed whatever instance variables are there, number, name, salary, address. Because within the constructor, whatever variables are declared, those are called as instance variables. Okay, fine. Now, this is the employee one. Remove this. I have to create another employee, E2. Here I want to give 200. I have to give as a bunny, salary 15,000, address Hyderabad. Two employees are available there. In this one, sir, if I want to print E1, if I want to print E2, what is the output I will get? Am I getting employee details? What it will print? It will print object addresses will be printed there. These things already explained. So it is not readable format. Underscore underscore main. Employee is the class name. The object yet available internal address will be came. I want to this one a readable format. If you want to print this readable format means there are some magic method explained. What is the magic method? In object oriented explained. Instead of object address, I want to print a readable format, understandable format. Magic method అంటే సూపర్ అంటారు. Underscore underscore str underscore underscore repr methods are there. Str repr. So observe carefully. Comma, second replacement, third replacement, fourth replacement. F string, how it is coming, you know. Self dot e name. Next, self dot e salary. Next, self dot e address. Now, whenever I'm calling E1, save this, run. Which one I'm getting? Am I getting readable format or address? Readable format we are getting, not address, because of repr executed automatically. It is a one magic method. Whenever print statement is there, internally if I'm printed 10, then 10 will be printed in the output integer. Suppose within the print statement, if a printed string, Python knows it is a string, okay, print hi. Hi will be printed. Whenever I'm passing an object, Python is looking for the magic method. If magic method is there, it is calling automatically. If magic method is not there, then it will print at the address. It is there. That's why I'm getting the employee address. So directly you can call E or else you can call str also. Print E2 dot underscore underscore str method. It is also internally calling repr method. Both are same. Am I getting two object addresses or not? Yes, this thing also already I explained. So the constructor, this is the magic method. Whenever object is there, object will be printed. Now my requirement is, sir, I have to created one more employee. That employee is I have to take in same E1, take this, change the address as E3. Content should be both are same, not same. Even E3 content, same only. 100, Sunny, 12,000, Mumbai, both are same. Sir, whenever I'm asking, you know already what is the meaning of equal to equal to. E1 equal to E2. True na false? False, because both are different. Equal to meant for content. Forget about addresses. అసలు E1 content, E2 content సంబంధం లేదు. So that's why I'm getting as a false. Whereas if I'm asking about the E1 and E3, now true, because both are same. Forget about address, only content you can concentrate. Number same, name same, salary same, Mumbai same, but we are getting as a false. What is the reason? అడ్రస్ కాదు, ఈక్వల్ అంటే ఏంటిది? కంటెంట్ ఓన్లీ. అడ్రస్ ఎప్పుడు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సి, ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు py, l equal to 10 20 30, okay, l1 equal to 10 20 30. If I ask l is l1, both addresses are not same. Adi l equal to l1 true. Why? Content. Equal to meant for content, is meant for address. మరి ఇక్కడ కంటెంట్ both are same only, e1 e2. మరి why I'm getting in this case false, I'm getting in this one. Actually second case I would get true, first case false, because second case content both are same, e1 e3, e1 e2 content are different. False true I'm expecting. The problem is here, the thing is, sir, whenever equal to is there, in entire program, Python is looking for one magic method. That magic method name is underscore EQ. This is the magic method. Plus ki how we add is there. Same, equal to EQ is the method. Less than ki LT, less than or equal to LE. So that magic method you have to override into your program. Then only it will be comparing the content. For example, so here you have to take def. What is the method? Underscore EQ is the magic method. We have to override this method. Now, once you have to override this one, I have to write the condition if self dot employee number. So magic method contains two variables. Self dot employee number equal to other dot employee number. Self dot ename equal to other dot ename, and self dot e salary equal to other dot e salary, and self dot e address equal to other dot e address. If all are comparisons done, then it will return true. Something goes wrong, else it will. Self dot e name, comma, self dot e salary, comma, self dot e address. This is the make it as a one tuple, all values. You have to use double equal to symbol, another tuple, other dot employee number, employee name, other dot employee salary, other dot employee address. So first tuple, second tuple, it is comparing. If both are same, we're also getting output. Easiest way, shortcut way. This is the, so in this program, any explanation is not required. Class, constructor, magic method, equi method. Whenever print object is there, automatically it is calling. Equal to operator is there. This one is calling. So take this code. we can implement underscore underscore equi method. In the shortcut way as ఏంటిది కేక్ కట్ చేస్తావా? Sir, see now in this code here, these many lines of code is there here. Employee class, constructor, a magic method. This is also magic method written. Instead of writing this code, they are introduced the data classes. By using these data classes, it is generating boilerplate code will be generated. What is this boilerplate code means? Internally, there is one @data class decorator is available. Now check this here carefully. In entire program, I don't want all these nonsense in the latest versions. Remove these things. Just we have to import. There is one module is there. Data classes. Import. The decorator name is data class. Simple, you can use data class. Meant for decorator. Whatever fields are available there, employee number. What is the type? Integer type. Employee name. What is the type? String type. Employee salary. What is the type? Float type. Next, employee address. What is the type? String type. Now, my code is completed. Save this and you have to run the program. Yeah, am I getting same output or not? Same output. So in constructor, REPR, equi methods, all are not required in the latest versions. The simple way is data classes, this one. Because of this, whatever code it is generated internally, that code is called as boilerplate code. It will reduce complete number of lines of the code. Previous program, how many lines are there? Now program, how many lines are there? This is the advantage of our data classes. Boilerplate code. Data classes can be implemented in Python 3.7 version. It is available there. We should use data class decorator, which is present in data classes module, which is present in data classes module. Data class will generate boilerplate code for our classes. It provide several methods like internally available, all implemented underscore underscore init, underscore underscore repr, underscore underscore equi method. So no need to write explicitly. Everything implement in the boilerplate code only. The main advantage is length of the code will be reduced and readability will be improved. The programmer's life will become very simple. That is the advantage of data class. You no need to write constructor. You no need to implement equi methods, all the things. Everything will be taken care by data class. The internal whatever code generated by that code is called as boilerplate code. In that code, internally constructors, magic methods, everything is there. Just you have to declare variables and call the create an object. So when compared with previous code, this is సార్ జస్ట్ ఇన్ని ఫీల్డ్స్ అవసరం లేదు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కదా బట్టి జస్ట్ నెంబర్ నేమ్ బస్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద సింపుల్ కోడ్ వాట్ వీ హావ్ టు రైట్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ ద డేటా క్లాస్. ఏంటి క్లాస్ ఏంటి ఇంకా పైథాన్ లాగింగ్ ఇంకేం వద్దా మీకైతే ఇవాళ లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ అయితే. ఇంకా 2-3 classes are there. I will finish Python logging module, advanced concepts. Okay. If you are not required today last class, ఇంక your wish. మరి పైథాన్ లాగింగ్ ఉంది. ద లాగింగ్ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. Hmm? Yeah, Max, Wednesday is our last class. 28th is the last class. These 3 days I will tell Python logging modules. Today we will complete these data classes. Wednesday is the last class. Sir, shown now. Here I am using at the rate data class. I can print the values. Just I'm declaring two variables. I created object. Instead of REP or STR, directly I'm printing object. I'm getting the data. Equality operator is not there, even the getting, because of it will take care by everything. Internally, the code will be generated by my Python. That code name is called as, this is the code boiler plate code. Okay, fine. Sir, in this program, okay, these many variables are just to understandable purpose. Two I am taken. Okay, done. Save. If I run this, I'm getting output. Employee number 100, Sunny. True, false. Can I use here parenthesis? Is it valid? Parenthesis. Valid, invalid. Save this, run the program. Am I getting an answer or not? Yes, parenthesis. Because within the parenthesis, some meaning is there. The first way is without parenthesis, we can provide. With the parenthesis, you can use. Within the parenthesis, there are some values are there. Arguments. Init equal to by default is true. REPR by default it is true. And equi method by default is true. And frozen set by default false. These are all the predefined arguments. And what is the meaning? Init equal to true means internally constructor is implemented. For example, if I can make it as a REPR equal to false, guess the output. What is the output I will get? Address will getting, because REPR I disabled. Instead of employee, I'm getting the address. That is the meaning. Equi. Equi undi kabatti I'm getting true. If I'm disable the equi method, I'm getting false. Asal constructor I disabled. Then complete program wrong. Because whenever object created, which will execute constructor, but I remove the constructor. Total program wrong. ఇంకోండి. So this is the arguments internally. Those are optional. By default values are init is the true, REPR is the true, equi is the true. If we can make it is a false, then these methods are not executed. Our regular output we are getting it. What is the meaning of frozen? By default false. If you can make it as a true, what will happen? For example, remove this. I created one employee is there, bus. By default, frozen equal to false. I'm getting the employee number 100, employee name Sunny. Sir, by using E1 dot E name, I can make it as a Katrina. Now I can print E1. Then what will happen? Am I changed Katrina or not? Successfully. If you make it as a frozen equal to true, now the objects will be freezed, not possible to change. So by default, objects are mutable. If we can make it as a true, whatever object is there internally, this object will be freezed. So internal content not possible to change. Now try to change Katrina. It is not accepted. That is the meaning of frozen. ఇంకోండి. Frozen error can't assign to the field e name because your object is freezed. So that is the internal values. So we have to use, sir. The first way is at the rate data class employee inside employee number init employee name str. Second way, parenthesis init equal to by default to true, repr by default to true, equi method by default to true, frozen method by default false. Frozen equal to false. ఇవి default arguments. So these things you know, init means constructor is enabled, repr method enabled, equi method. What is it about frozen? The data class with frozen parameter. It is to create immutable classes. Sir, frozen means fixed. We cannot change. Frozen means fixed. We can't change. The default value for frozen parameter is false, sir. The default value for frozen parameter is false. If we set as a true, then we cannot change values of the fields. Those will become constants. Constants means non-changeable. By default, data class objects are mutable, but if we set frozen equal to true, then the object will become immutable. That is the meaning of frozen parameter. Example, this is the example. ఇవన్నీ అవసరం లేదు, ఓన్లీ జస్ట్ టేక్ frozen parameter. If you try to change the content, you are getting error. That is the data class objects. And frozen equal to, sorry, true. Then changing is not possible. False means changeable. If it is true, then objects are immutable. Sir, already you know this one, aliasing and cloning. The very important question entry point of view is deep cloning and shallow cloning. What is the difference between deep cloning and shallow cloning? Deep cloning and shallow cloning. First of all, what is the meaning of aliasing and cloning? Aliasing means only one object is there, two references are there. Already this concept explained for you, aliasing concept. I have two list of objects are there. L1 equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. I have to go to L2 equal to, I can provided L1. This type of concept is called as what it is, aliasing. Because of this, if you can change the content of L1, automatically it is affected to both L1 and L2. This one already we discussed. The L1 content is, and I want to print L2 content. So by using aliasing, the problem is by using one reference, if I change, both are affected there. Sir, this type of concept in the list already I explained. This is aliasing. The problem in this approach is if I change L1, L2 also affected there. To overcome this one, we go with second concept, what it is, cloning. So in this cloning, we have to create a separate copy, not aliasing. L1 dot take a copy. This is called as cloning. This one also you know. Now only L1 changes, L1 is affected, L2 does not affected. This type of concept is called as cloning. Intavaraku you know. Either in this cloning, they are asking in interview what is meant for deep cloning and what is meant for shallow cloning. This is they are asking in entry point of view. Cloning aliasing, we are getting clarity. What is the deep cloning and what is the shallow cloning? For example, observe carefully here. Sir, I have to take here, there is one module is there. The module name is copy. Copy is the one module. L1 is there 10, 20, 30, 40, one more list internally, comma 50. This is the L1. I am given L2, copy is the module. So L1 dot, copy is the module name. Inside copy is the function. The first copy emo module. Idemo function, parenthesis. So I created L1 copy, I given to the L2. Okay, fine, chalta. Now, sir, this address 0, this address 1, 30 address kavalante, how to give? 2 of 0. Because it is 0, this 1, this total one 2, internally 0, 1, 3. That is the indexes. I have to change the L2 values. L2 of 2 of 0 equal to 333. Ante L2 I am changing, observe carefully, see the program. I am printing L1, L2. What is the output? L1 lo 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is there. L1 copy I created, stored into L2. L2 2 of 0 changed 30, I can make it as a 333. Is it affected only L2 or both? ఏది ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుద్ది ఓన్లీ L2 because L2 values I'm changing. L2 of 2 of 0 ante 30 will be changed as a which one? 333. Is it affected to L1? No, because am I created separate copy or not? Yes. Now check this. Both are affected there. L1 dot internally you can pass function kadadi, sorry. L1 wrong. Copy is the module inside function pass L1. That is the mistake. Now you can check it. Only L2 na both affected. This is called as a shallow cloning. Just like our aliasing. Why both are affected? I created separate copy. So what is internal architecture means? First of all, check this. How it is taken means, observe. First L1 లో 10, 20. Next, what is the value? 50. L2 లో 10, 20, 50. Okay. So there so many people have confusion. What is shallow cloning, deep cloning? Here, this is it will be created there. మరి 30-40 ఏవి L1 లేవుని 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 కదా. బట్ ఐఎమ్ టేకెన్ 10, 20, 50 ఐఎమ్ టేకెన్. ఓకేనా సార్? హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ దిస్ ఇండెక్స్ ఎంత? 0, 1, ఇది 2, ఇది 3 సార్. ఇక్కడ కూడా సేమ్ 0, 1, 2 సార్, 3. గివ్ ద రిఫరెన్సెస్ సార్. ఇక్కడేమో L1, ఇదేమో L2. Now the content is 30, 40 will be list inside list కదా, మరి అది కూడా ఒక లిస్ట్. సో it is a separate list. Here ఈ ఇండెక్స్లు ఏమవుతాయి? 0, 1. Okay. Sir, now this 2 is pointing to this list. This 2 is also pointing to this list. అది diagram. అంటే whenever asking L1 0, 10, L1 1, 20, L2 of 2 లో 0, 30 will be changed as 333. అంటే ఏం జరుగుతుంది? That 30 will be replaced with what is the value? 333. అంటే మరి both are affected, not affected? Both, because both list 2 pointing to single list only. That's why L1, L2 are affected both. This type of is called as what it is? Shallow cloning. నాకు అట్లా కాదు. What is my requirement is now, because of this, if I change L1 or L2, ఏదైనా సరే, if L2 changed L1, L2, L1 both are pointing to the same list only. Instead of this, my requirement, for example, చూడండి ఇప్పుడు diagram, what I was doing is, అదే if you create a two list like this, that is L2 కి separate గా you can create 30, 40. L2 కి separate you can create at least 30, 40. This L2 is pointing to this list. This L2 is pointing to this one. Now 0, 1. ఇప్పుడు if I'm executing line number 4, is it affected L1 or L2? Only L1. L2 is affected? No, because of L2 కి separate internal list will be created. ఇది pointing to this one. అంటే అసలు ఈ రెండిటికి అసలు సంబంధం లేదు. సపరేట్ కాపీ. ఇది ఒక పార్ట్, వన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఇది ఒక పార్ట్, వన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? టూ డిఫరెన్స్. ప్రీవియస్లీ వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్? టూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, one internal list pointing to both. Such a type of concept is called shallow cloning. This type of concept is called as deep cloning. Now L1 only affected, L2 does not affected. L2 2 pointing to separate list. It is always 30, 40. But how to create a deep copy? Previous copy, shallow copy. How to create deep copy? For that, we have to go with, ఇది షాలో కాపీ అంటారు దీన్ని. 1 minute. కాపీ దిస్. షాలో క్లోనింగ్ అంటారు. అదే క్లోనింగ్ వచ్చేసరికి యూ హ్యావ్ టు కాల్డ్ డీప్ క్లోనింగ్. Shallow cloning meant for ఇది shallow cloning. How to create the deep cloning? ఇప్పుడు go to here. Copy is the module. Internally, one more function is there. Deep function is there. Deep copy. Now we have to try to change. L2 of 0 I want to change. L2 of 1 I am changing. 333, 999. Now only L2 affected. L1 not affected. Check there. Affected L1? No, because two internally list will be created. Only L2 values same changed. L1 does not affected. This type of concept is called as what it is, deep cloning. So if list inside list is available there, it is highly recommended we can create deep copy, not for the shallow copy. If we created shallow copy, both lists are affected there. How to create shallow copy? Copy module, copy is the function. Deep copy means in the copy module, deep copy function is there. That is the meaning of deep cloning and shallow cloning. Take that example. Shallow cloning versus deep cloning. Sir, if original object does not contain any nested objects, then it is highly recommended to go for shallow cloning. If original object contains any nested objects, then we should go for deep cloning. So based on that, we have to decide deep cloning, shallow cloning. Sir, take the break. 11 o'clock, we will continue Django class. Monday class will be there. Monday, Tuesday, I will explain about logging module. Whatever the advanced features are there, latest features. Next batch. So Monday, we will continue the session. Online guys, Monday class is there. Monday, Tuesday, 2 days maximum. I will finish it. If not possible, Wednesday also class will be there. In the logging module, I will finish the whatever advanced features are there. Bye everyone. Monday we will continue the session.